Hey y'all, welcome back to Becoming Her number 2 with Yvette. Y'all come on in and make yourselves comfortable. All right, so this is a video that I'm doing in response to the video the appointment that changed everything. So today I want to talk to you about what I decided to do next. All right, so if you did not get a chance to watch the video that preceded this one, please go back and watch because it's going to provide some important context to what I'm talking about today. All right, so let's jump into it. So after that appointment, I had two choices. I could either panic, curl up into a ball and panic, or I could get informed. Which one do y'all think I chose? Ding, 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 ding. If you chose get informed, y'all are really getting to know me. Yes, because I am someone who, I need to know the why behind everything. If somebody tells me the sky is blue, that's not enough. I need to understand the mechanisms that are behind what's making the sky blue. So in this case, I needed to understand down to a cellular level what was going on with my body. Why was my body turning on me? So also, I knew enough to know that declining estrogen was playing a key role in what was driving a lot of my symptoms. But that wasn't enough. Like I said, I needed to dig and I needed to know more. So I went all in on a campaign to educate myself. Girl, I mean, y'all, I was like scoping out podcasts. I was reading books, and I'll give you all. I'll list. Y'all see my cat going by. I'll list my two books that I recommended that really helped just make things a lot more clear for me. I also knew enough to know that symptoms, they're never random. Everything is connected. I don't care what anybody tells you. Y'all hear about the gut and brain connection? It's true. It's real. The organs are working together. Everything works together in perfect harmony when it's given the opportunity to do so. So going back to what I was talking about earlier. But before I do that, I want to give you all some pretext. So before I saw my primary care physician, I saw my OBGYN a couple of weeks prior. She and I had a conversation about hormone replacement therapy. And I had let her know that I had been on it before. I think it was like maybe about 2 years ago. I was on hormone replacement therapy, but I was only on it for about 6 months because when my primary care doctor, who's a different doctor at the time, when he found out about it, he freaked out and he started making me uncomfortable about being on it. So I was only on it for about 6 months. So we'd had a conversation about that, and I was seriously thinking about going back on it, but I wanted to get just some input from my primary care physician. I wanted to know what she thought about me going back on it. Okay, so I was seriously thinking about that because I was scared. My doctor scared me because she started talking about how, if I'm not able to get the blood pressure under control, then that could lead to stroke, it could lead to cardiovascular issues. And then, there was my pre-diabetes, diagnosis. So I was just like, all my mind was centered on was get the blood pressure down, get it down, get it down, get it down. Okay. So, when I went back to my primary care physician, she she was okay with it. She was okay with it. She didn't have any concerns. The only thing she wanted to make sure she did, just to kind of cover herself, was make sure she was monitoring my liver after I started taking it. So I was going to have to come back and do some lab work for that. So went home, started I started mapping out what I was going to do. So one of the things that I did, and this is again me focusing on my blood pressure, is I went out and I got a blood pressure cuff so I could start monitoring my blood pressure. And the reason why I wanted to do that, my doctor didn't tell me I had to do that. This is the decision that I made. I felt like I needed to do this so that I could get to understand how my blood pressure was moving. I needed to understand what was making her happy and what was upsetting her, because when she was upset, she was making me feel some type of way. So I want to keep her. Yes, I'm personifying my blood pressure. That's what I do, y'all. I needed to understand, like what things that I was doing in terms of lifestyle changes, what I was doing that was making her happy and not act up. So I wanted to start documenting that. And then also, I was documenting my blood pressure readings so that I could, take those back and show them to my doctor so she could see what was going on. Okay. So, basically I was focusing on what I could control. There was something else I wanted to say about that. For me, the tracking, it wasn't so much about perfection. It was more so about awareness. Again, awareness about what was going on with my body. Because I feel like once I understood what was going on with my body, that would start to quell the powerlessness that I was feeling. And one thing I don't like to feel is powerless, okay? I always want to feel like I have agency, always. I think, y'all, that's pretty much about it. In the next video, I'm gonna share with you what led me to start advocating differently and what actually helped. If y'all really enjoyed this video, please don't be shy about liking it and sharing it with a sister friend, because y'all know sharing is caring. All right, y'all. I keep thinking there's something else I want to say, but that's it. So continue leaning into the woman that you are becoming, and I'll see y'all next time.